Hello, and welcome to the Everyday Leader Podcast, a place for those of us who take the bull by the horns and lead the heck out of our everyday lives. I'm your host, Kat Rippey, wife, mother, and CEO of Energize Leadership. This podcast is for everyday people, just like us, who tackle life to make the most of it and to make a real difference. Life looks different for each of us, but we all have good days and bad days, and we don't always get credit with bold newspaper headlines or celebrity status. Every week, I'm bringing you everyday leaders who take leadership seriously, whether at work or at home, and everywhere in between. Tune in for life hacks, personal insights, and a good time. JuliAnn Stitick is a brand expert who helps her clients connect personal brand and identity, company culture, and customer experience to align with purpose and clarity, which results in increased influence and visibility, not to mention brand exposure and ultimately profitability. I began working with JuliAnn over a year ago when I decided to take more accountability for my own image and to be conscientious of building a really strong brand. It is hands down one of the most beneficial experiences of my personal career and has made a difference for me both at home as well as in business, not to mention in the added value that I now bring to my own clients. Silly me, I never really realized this was the total linchpin to achieving the life of your dreams. She helped put me into the driver's seat of my own life by helping me to be more conscientious of how I show up, what words and energy and experiences I put out into the environment, and establishing systems that really help me to bring my best self to every day. Although I'll own that I am still a work in progress, I think JuliAnn's wisdom is the key to our success. It is so incredibly important to take responsibility for how you show up and the things that you choose to be a part of so that you can create a life you really love, and then you can have a more positive impact on those around you. She is extremely passionate, fully aligned with her own mission, and a pure delight to be around. I am beyond excited to bring to you Miss JuliAnn Stitick. JuliAnn Stitick. Good morning. How are you?
I'm terrific. I'm very excited to be with you today.
I'm so thrilled to have you. I have really enjoyed working with you over the past year, and I've really been excited to have you on the podcast and kind of hear your background and what you're doing, what you're up to, and kind of how that applies to leadership. I think there's such a good, beautiful blend there. So I'm excited. Are you willing to kind of just jump right in here?
Absolutely.
Go with the flow? All right. Why don't you take a minute to kind of give us your own words on what it is that you're doing right now with JuliAnnStitick.com and kind of how you got here and what's hot on your plate.
I love that. Okay. Well, I am a personal branding expert and I work with purpose-driven business owners. And what that means is these are business owners who begin with a purpose and then reverse engineer and build their brand to actually spotlight that purpose. So it's really about identifying what the purpose is first, and then really building out the skill set and the personality traits and the gifting of that person to highlight what that purpose is so that then they can deliver their gifting to their clients and their customers and ultimately make the world a better place.
Wow. That is beautifully said. Really beautifully said. And I love the reverse engineering part there, where starting with purpose and then strategically, consciously, growing into, who you are, what that looks like, the branding thing. I love that. It's not a way we normally think about it, kind of shifts it a little bit.
Right. It does.
And actually, I know there's a lot of people out there right now that purpose as a topic area is such a critical, like a foundational point where everybody's, what is my purpose? Where am I? So how do you help people discover that, or do they come to you usually having already been very aware of what their purpose is? Tell me more about that.
Well, most people are actually not aware of what their purpose is. I actually go through this in detail in my book, Purpose Crisis. And really what it comes down to is that if you ask someone what their purpose is, they will usually come back to you with a role. I'm here to
Mm-hmm.
be a mom or a partner or a business owner, or a philanthropist. But those are roles in life. And I view the purpose as the one unique gift, passion, skill set that someone has that only they are equipped to deliver to the world in the way that they deliver it. And so in doing that work, a lot of it comes down, you hear a lot about your why, like why are you in business?
Mm-hmm.
What is your why? And I take that a step further to what I call the why of your why. And typically a purpose comes out of one very specific circumstance in someone's life that triggered them to own this as being something that's super important to them. And the passion that comes out of it is what is the most magnetic. And so, if you'd like an example, I'll give you one.
I'd love one.
Great. I've got plenty of examples. So I've my client Nancy, and Nancy came to me and we were going